Salam and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another English reading of the Holy Quran, translation and commentary by Yusuf, published by the IPCI, the Islamic Propagation Center International, from Durban in South Africa. We are busy with chapter 21, Surah Anbiyaa, part number 5. Right. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We bestowed aforetime on Abraham his rectitude of conduct, and well were we acquainted with him. Behold, he said to his father and his people, what are these images to which you are so assiduously devoted? They said, we found our fathers worshipping them. He said, indeed, you have been in manifest error, you and your fathers. They said, have you brought us the truth, or are you one of those who jest? He said, nay, your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, He who created them from nothing, and I am a witness to this truth. There's only one Creator Supreme. So once again, it is a reminder of Tawheed, because every messenger came with the same statement that there is only one God. There's one fundamental principle in Islam. And by God, I have a plan for your idols after you go away and turn your backs. So he broke them to pieces, all but the biggest of them, that they might turn and address themselves to it. They said, who has done this to our gods? He must indeed be some man of impiety. They said, we heard a youth talk of them. He is called Abraham. They said, then bring him before the eyes of the people, that they may bear witness. They said, are you the one that did this with our gods, O Abraham? He said, nay, no, this was done by this is the biggest one. Ask them if they can speak intelligently. Right? So Ibrahim alayhi salam, he's now making them realize the folly of the worshipping of idols. So he's telling them, nay, this was done by, and he's pointing, this was done by, this is their biggest one. Ask them if they can speak intelligently. So they turned to themselves and said, surely you are the ones in the wrong. Then were they confounded with shame. They said, you know full well that these idols do not speak. Abraham said, do you then worship besides God things that can neither be of any good to you, nor do you any harm? Fie upon you and upon the things that you worship besides God. Have you no sense? They said, burn him and protect your gods if you do anything at all. We said, O fire, be thou cool and a means of safety for Abraham. Then they sought a stratagem against him, but we made them the ones that lost most. But we delivered him and his nephew Lut, and directed them to the land which we have blessed for the nations. And we bestowed on him Isaac, Ishaq, and as an additional gift a grandson, Jacob. And we made righteous men of every one of them. And we made them leaders, guiding mankind by our command, and we sent them inspiration to do good deeds, to establish regular prayers, and to practice regular charity, and they constantly served us and us only. And to Lut too We gave judgment and knowledge, and we saved him from the town which practiced abominations. Truly, they were a people given to evil, a rebellious people. And we admitted him to our mercy, for he was one of the righteous. Remember Noah, when he cried to us aforetime. We listened to his prayer and delivered him and his family from great distress. We helped him against people who rejected our signs. Truly, they were a people given to evil, so we drowned them in the flood altogether. And remember David and Solomon, when they gave judgment in the matter of the field into which the sheep of certain people had strayed by night. We did witness their judgment. To Solomon we inspired the right understanding of the matter. To each of them we gave judgment and knowledge. It was our power that made the hills and the birds celebrate our praises with David. It was we who did all these things. It was we who taught him the making of coats of mail. For your benefit, to guard you from each other's violence. Will you then be grateful? Shukr alhamdulillah. It was our power that made the violent, unruly wind flow tamely for Solomon, to his order, to the land which we had blessed. For we do know all things. And of the evil ones were some who dived for him and did other work besides, and it was we who guarded them. And remember Job, when he cried to his Lord, truly distress has seized me, but thou art the most merciful of those that are merciful. So we listened to him, we removed the distress that was on him, and we restored his people to him and doubled their number as a grace from ourselves and a thing for commemoration for all who serve us. And remember Ismail, Idris, and Zulkifl, all men of constancy and patience. We admitted them to our mercy, for they were of the righteous ones. And remember Zunnun, when he departed in wrath. He imagined that we had no power over him, but he cried through the depths of darkness, there is no God but thou. Glory to thee, I was indeed wrong. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. There is no God but you. There is no God but thou. Glory to thee, I was indeed wrong. So we listened to him and delivered him from distress, and thus do we deliver those who have faith. And remember Zachariah, when he cried to his Lord, O my Lord, leave me not without offspring, though thou art the best of inheritors. So we listened to him, and we granted him Yahya. We cured his wife's barrenness for him. These three were ever quick in emulation in good works. They used to call on us with love and reverence, and humble themselves before us. And remember her who guarded her chastity. We breathed into her of our spirit, and we made her and her son a sign for all peoples. Verily, this brotherhood of yours is a single brotherhood, and I am your Lord and cherisher. Therefore serve me and no other. But later generations cut off their affair of unity one from another, yet will they all return to us. Join me the next episode. We're going to continue with chapter number 21. We'll be busy with part number 6. And as what we mentioned, there are 112 verses in this chapter. So inshallah, this will be the concluding part of Surah Anbiyaa. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.